So here we are. It's one of my favorite creeks to fish. If we go this way, it's about 3/8 of a mile. It's out to a big river that has a ton of smallmouth in it. It's got largemouth, catfish, carp. It's pretty diverse. This little creek actually has all that also. If I go this way a bit, it's all private property. This is all city park, and the river is all public property along the river banks out there. So I'm gonna go out this way. I do fish this way quite a bit. I was just out there 2 or 3 days ago. It did really well. I caught probably, I don't know, maybe 15 or 18 smallmouth, nothing huge, couple 12 inchers, missed a pretty good 18 inch or 17 incher. And one of my heaviest smallmouth, I caught about a mile up that way. Now that it is all private property once I get past this park, so it's all controversial fish up there, but I've never had a problem with it. I've been up there dozens of times, never a problem. So we're gonna walk down this way, find some holes, and see if we can't get some smallmouth off some of these fallen timber sections. All right, so today I've got a Strike King crawl, little crawl body soft. These are the baby size. The 3 inchers is about maybe 2/3 of the size of the regular ones. So these are really good for these little creeks. And that green pumpkin color. I've also got the same Z-Man bullet head on there. Let's see what we can get out of this thing. So we're coming up on our first deep hole right here. There's a little bend right here, and there's a ton of current that comes down here and it washes this corner out, and there's deadfall up in here, but there's deep holes underneath it. Smallmouth love that. So I'm gonna set my fake crawl up in here and let it drift back down into that. It's weedless, so it shouldn't get hung up. Knock on wood. Oh, we were on, didn't know it. He came and picked it up, little guy. I saw him chase it, he came out underneath it. There's another one with him. There's 3 or 4 with him. None of them are huge, but not bad for a little creek, little turn in the creek bed. Not bad, he's about 8 or 9 inches. I had him on there. I didn't set the hook because I was just retrieving a little bit, and then I felt him and he popped off, and then I bumped it one time and he came right back at it. We'll get him back, see if we can't get another one out of there. Well, they're in there, that's good news. And they're eating the craw, that's good news. And as I just cast it into the tree. These are my favorite craws. I've used the Guggen Squad ones. I've used the TRD craws. These Strike Kings it's something about the color and the movement and the flexibility of the body, and it just works out perfectly for what I do. I love the creek fish. Most of my fishing around here is in creeks and smaller river type areas. Yeah, it's a bite, hang on. Oh, I lost him. He was on it. See if we can get him back in there. The thing is, with these little holes, you might find on a hole, you might find a half a dozen fish. But once one gets spooked, you catch one, they have a tendency to kind of get really cautious for good reason. They're thinking about it, they're on it. There it is. Oh God, this is a little one. Oh, there's a largemouth in there. That's a little rock bass. I saw a little largemouth. It's probably a spotted bass, but yeah, okay, we're gonna move on down. We got 2 out of this, and that's not too bad for one little brush pile, so we'll put them back in there. I don't want to overfish them either. I like coming to this creek, pulling them out of there. Moving on down to the next one. All right, so it's a channel that comes around here, around this bend, and it gets deeper. Actually, there's a big tree that's stuck in it now. It gets deeper all along this section, so we're gonna throw in here a little bit, see if we can't pull something out from underneath that tree. It's not as deep as it has been in past years. Looks like a lot of this is washed down this winter, but we'll see if we can get something out from underneath this tree along here. There's almost always rock bass or smallmouth just kind of hanging out in there. Yeah, we may have spooked them out of there. Oh, I see one. Oh, I see 3 sitting in there. Okay, let's see what we got. I spooked him. Ooh, the one's on it though. He's on it. He wants it. He picked it up. Got him. There were 4 in there, and this is the only one I didn't spook. Again, kind of a little dinky size, but not bad. They're hungry, that's for sure. They were just sitting there with their nose up current. They sit in these deep pockets and wait for free meals to come by. That's what he thought this one was. It wasn't all the way free, buddy. It's about 6 or 8 inches. He's coming after it. He's on it. He picked it up, There we go. Little guy. He picked it up, but I tell you what, it's nice. These little ones kind of give you an education on how they're eating, how they're biting. So they're all facing upstream right now. They're not really hidden. They're out in the open. The sun's, it's a nice warm day. It's about 80 degrees, but the sun's not real strong today. So there's a lot of shade everywhere. So you can see that's a little one. All right. On to the next spot. It's a confluence of the creek that runs right here, and it ties into this river. This river is not a huge river by any means. It's not the Mississippi, but it's pretty decent size. I fished this river about a mile south of here yesterday and did really well. Caught probably a half dozen fish in an hour, but I missed about an 18 or 19 inch smallmouth I had on for about 4 or 5 seconds. He was a big old fatty. I took off of a area that was feeding on some fry, so gotta play some current games here and kind of let it drift past. These fish like to hang out sometimes in these little shallow areas just off the current. See if we can't find something real in here instead of these little 6-inchers. And we're gonna go up here and fish. There's a set of falls and a man-made dam up that way, and I usually do pretty well there. All right, we're on. Oh, we're not on. All right, on to the next spot. This one isn't producing right now. We'll move on. All right, we'll do one more cast over there. I turned the camera off because I wasn't getting any action. I threw one more out before I decided to move, and it was drifting down. I had a nice bite, real nice hit. That was another bite right there. Are they committing to it? This might be a fish. He might be on there. Nope. He's on. Are we snagged? No, I think we might be snagged. Nope, that's a fish. That's a nice fish. That is a nice fish, folks. He had me on a log or a rock and I couldn't tell. He's in the current. This is a nice one. This is a nice one. It doesn't feel like a smallmouth though, although he's jumping like one. He's got me down in that current. Not pulling a whole lot of drag. Here we go. He's got me in that current. I don't know if I can hold on to this guy. There, he's out now. He's back out. Okay, he's back out. He was hooked around something. This is a nice fish, ladies and gentlemen. This is a real nice fish. I don't know how big he is, but he's in that current. There he is. Oh, this is a beautiful fish. There we go. Oh yeah, this is 16 or so. Ooh, he might be a little bit more than that. Oh, this is a nice one. This is a nice one. This is a nice one. Get him on there. That's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. Get that little crawl out of his mouth. He's got a gigantic head on him. Might be just post spawn. She might be just post spawn. That's a nice one. Let's see what we got. Up to, or just up to the S. Just up to the S. That's 18 and a half to that S. Yeah, that's a beauty right there. See how big she was probably a pound heavier. She's nice and lean now. Looks like she's dropped all her eggs. I actually had her hooked and didn't realize she was hooked. I thought it was a snag, and I think she had me around a rock or something, but look at the size of her mouth. Looks like a freaking largemouth, and see, she's been caught before. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's a nice little Indiana smallmouth, folks. Yeah, she's 18 and a half, I bet. 18 and a half, 17 and a half, 18 and a half right there. Let's get her going. Let's get her back in the water. Ooh, she's biting that finger. She's ready to go. Oh, there she goes. Nice fish. That's why we came here, folks. That was a nice fish. I'm glad I stayed here. I did 2 extra casts. I'm gonna pull it on up to, walk on up to the next spot. That was a good one. That's a really nice, that's my biggest one this year so far. And I know I've been busy coaching all spring, so I haven't been out a lot, but yeah, that was a nice stinking fish. So yeah, let's move on up to the next spot. This might be a fish, folks. This is a fish. There we go, we're on. This is a decent sized fish, I think. Oh yeah, he's maybe 12. Maybe 12, nothing with him, no followers. They're getting that current and they're hard to judge how heavy they are. He's fat. She's a fat girl though. Yeah, she's fat. Don't do that. She squeaked. I heard her squeak. All right, not bad. She's, yeah, she's 12, maybe 13, 12, but she's fat. Look at that. She's still got eggs in her, I think. So the spawn is still ongoing, it looks like. All right, we'll get her back. Ooh-wee. Oh, I love smallmouth. Pound for pound, My favorite fish. Snook are great too. I love snook. Down in Florida, on the Gulf Coast of Florida, oh man, snook are crazy. And you catch them a lot like smallmouth. I call them the smallmouth of the ocean, or saltwater smallies. All right, so we're gonna move up here in the next spot, and then maybe we'll jump across somewhere up or around those rapids. All right, on to our next spot. I just saw about a 16, 17 inch smallmouth chasing some fry up over here. This is a little pool that comes down to the rapids. I'll be able to cross over here and get out this island and walk up to the bridge, but there's some action going on in here. I could see a nice big shadow in there, so see if we can get him a bite on a crawl body. That's a bite. Oh, that was a bite. Definitely a bite. Yeah, I'd say that's a bite. I'm gonna change this crawl body off. This needs a little bit beat up. All right, we're back here. May have to get on the side of this thing and let it drift down because I'm pulling against the current. They may not be buying on that. Walk around to this side. That's a fish right there. God dang it. Might be a couple little ones in there. A bluegill picking at it. That's a bite. He's on there. Nope, it's gotta be little ones. I can see him swimming in there. I just saw a really small dark one. They're biting on it. Yeah, it's a bunch of small ones. There's one swimming right on the surface over there. Super dark smallmouth. These are little ones. See if I can get that one to commit to something. He's pretty small though. That's a bite. He picked it up. That's a fish. There he is. There he is. Ooh, he's turning. He's fighting. That's not moving water. Oh, this is a decent sized fish, folks. This is a decent little smallmouth. Stay on there. She's gonna beat 12. She's gonna be more than 12. This is the one I think I just saw chasing. Yeah, that's a decent smallmouth, folks. That's gonna be 16 or so. Oh, and she's tiger striped as hell. She might be more than 16. Come on. Come on, stay on there. Stay on there. Right in the corner is what we like. That one is a nice smallmouth, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's a fatty. She's fatter than the first one we got. That's a nice fish. That's a football right there, ladies and gentlemen. Barely hooked. Right in the membrane of the mouth. Look at that. That's heavier than the first one. She's about, let's see, about the same length. So we're up to the S. I'll have to remeasure. That's a nice smallmouth. That's the one I just saw in there, fish chasing that fry. Big mouth on her. Big mouth. Looks like she just dropped her eggs here not too long ago. Nice, beautiful tiger stripe pattern. Man, that's a nice one. This is a heck of a day of fishing, guys. I've only been out here about maybe an hour and a half, and half that time I've been hiking. So yeah, that's a beautiful fish. Let's get her back in the water, put her home. Get her back in there. Oh, look at that tiger stripe come out in the water. Yeah, she's good to go now. She's good to go. Oh, that's a nice fish. Nice fish. Yes, let's go. Let's go. This is turning out to be a heck of a day of fishing. Heck of a day of fishing. Now, I got some storm clouds coming. I don't know what's gonna happen with that other than I'm probably gonna get wet, but I'm gonna throw up along this weed bed up here and see if I can't coax out a bigger one. Yeah, they're feeding like crazy today. They are really hungry. It's gotta be that post-spawn feeding. They're trying to put some natural weight back on. We may spook that whole pond with that big fish. She was definitely king of that, or queen of that area. No question about that. I don't think we're gonna find a bigger one in this pond. Try one more up in here, and then we'll try to move up a little bit. There's a bunch of flat water up here we can fish. These pylons, this is all really clear this year. Not a big one. Yeah. About an 8, maybe 10. That's not as bad as I thought it was. Not as small as I thought it was. That might be a big catfish right there. If that's a smallmouth, that's a freaking state record. Let's cast on it and see what happens. Might be a carp. There's mud trails down here, but it's a carp. We're on. Yep. That's, oh, look how black that fish is. That fish is, oh, damn it. That was the one that followed me. That fish was straight black. That was a cool looking smallmouth. Oh well, on the next spot. See these little ducks? 10 yards, not even 10 yards away from these things. They're cute. Oh, this is a nice fish, folks. This is a nice fish. She picked it up. Nice fish in the rapids. See how big she is. This is a good one. Might be 16. She might be 16. Oh, she's fat too. Oh, this is a fatty. This is not gonna be the longest fish I've ever caught, but this one's fat. Oh, she's tugging like a champ. Got her in the bottom of the lip. She may not stay on. Oh, that's a nice fish. Look at that. Look at that freaking fish, how fat that fish is. Holy crap. Oh, yeah. Oh, buddy. Oh, that's a nice fish. Oh, that is an absolute pig. Look at her belly. Oh, look how fast she is. Holy Lord. She's 3 pounds. She's over 3 pounds. See how long she is. Thank you.
What is it? What kind?
Smallmouth bass.
Smallmouth, okay.
Whew.
Are you eating it or are you putting it back?
Oh no, I wouldn't eat anything in the river if I was starving. I feel dangerous enough just walking in it.
A wise man.
Yeah. Oh, that was a freaking nice, beautiful fish. Not the longest one. She was about 16, but she was every bit of 3 pounds. Big old fat belly on her. She was still in spawn, so she hadn't laid her eggs yet. That was a beautiful, magnificent fish. That's funny because I cast up in there 20 times and didn't get hardly anything. Let's see what else is in there. All right, so we're having up today. We got 3 over 16, 2 over 18. That one was at least 3 pounds. We're killing these things. This is an absolute phenomenal day on the river and the creek. I'm kind of waiting for Mama to get the idea to get the heck out of the way here so I don't have to contend with her and her little ducklings. It's funny, in December when I'm duck hunting, this would never happen. We're having a hard time keeping up with the current. Nope, nope, nope. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Hi, bud. About 15 inches? Yeah. All right, that's it for today. What a great day. Had a nice 12, a fat 12, a really nice 16 that was over 3 pounds, and 2 that are about 18 and a half. Just a postcard, beautiful day, nice and warm. Good clean water. What a great afternoon. I was out for about maybe, I don't know, it's 5:40 right now. I maybe got out here, I was maybe out here for 3.5 hours. So really kind of a great day. Glad I had a chance to get some of these bigger fish on film. So appreciate you guys tuning in to one more cast. I'll have some more for you coming up here shortly. It's fishing season. So I'm getting out here 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 days a week for a couple hours on slow days at work. We'll see what we can get for you. Appreciate you logging in and keep on fishing.